And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again meeting my thoughts and review for today's and final episode of Star Wars is The Bad Batch Season 3, Episode 15. And this is it. This is the last episode of The Bad Batch, period. So, let's talk about it. Spoilers ahead if you have not seen this episode. Okay, so we all know that our favorite team is literally on their way to go save Omega and the rest of the other clones who are stuck in that facility. They're already there. They're being hunted down by some clones, obviously, in the jungle area. So they need to make their way into the base. Sounds simple. However, they need some more help, if you will. If you would, suggest. So Omega decides she's going to use her plan to, use her little escape hatches that she's been making throughout the episodes to literally make a distraction. That way they get escaped. The bad guys are going after them while the others sneak aboard on the base and try to call for help, but also get them out of there and free everybody. Sounds simple. And it kind of was. We get some moments, obviously, we get to see Omega and the kids, they escape. The good doctor ends up helping Tech to get everybody out of there. There's a big creature that gets escaped as well. Also causes a distraction. Team shows up, they get caught. Typical fashion. Omega's gonna go back, save them this time around. And then she gets captured yet again by the big boss. And then of course, Big Boss gets defeated, for only to find out that the big bosses are going to show up at the very end to set up whatever the next story is for Star Wars. Look, overall, pretty cool ending. I do wish we would have got to see more, in a way. Like, the ending to this show was pretty good. It kind of has like a time jump a little bit. We don't really know how much time has passed because Omega's a lot older, and you see Hunter, he's old, he's got a beard now, which is kind of crazy. And we see the Empire apparently getting ready at this point to build the Death Star, which is called Project Starlight, I believe it's called, or Starship, something like that, one of them, which is their code for building the Death Star. So after Omega and the kids all escape, they want to go to the planet to, find their own paths. Omega decides she wants to be a rebel pilot. And then at the end of it, she ends up leaving. And that's the end of the story. Yeah, overall, I enjoyed The Bad Batch. I think The Bad Batch was a great show. Obviously, Tech did not come back. He died. I always thought Tech would come back in some heroic way to, shock everybody. But no, Tech is gone. And everybody else, they're all there. Wrecker's there, Hunter, Crosshair, and the one with the arm. I forgot his name. But they're all there with Omega. Omega growed up a little bit, so she decides she wants to do her own thing. And the others are pretty much at that planet with the ocean. They're all there hanging, doing their own thing. And it just ends there with her going off into the stars. And that's basically it. Now, it's not clear enough that they say that does she become a rebel? Does she end up helping the rebels, fight the Death Star, die eventually? We don't know. Maybe we'll see her eventually somewhere else. Maybe she's been in episode 4 and the others this whole time. We just don't notice it. Anything's possible. Maybe she's Rey's mother for all we know. There's that possibility too. So you never know. She has a very high blood count in her system, so maybe that's why Rey's so powerful. Maybe she hooked up with the Emperor's son. Who knows? Anything possible. But yeah, The Bad Batch, like I said, The Bad Batch was a great show. I think I would put it under Clone Wars is still first. Then I think I'll put Rebels, and then I'll put Bad Batch at third. Out of the 3 best cartoons, yeah, that's exactly how I put it. But overall, it was a great show. I enjoyed the characters. Each season was good on its own. I do feel that this might be the second best season, in my opinion. Because I feel like the second season probably be like the worst. will be my least favorite out of all the seasons, due to the fact that it kind of felt like the stakes weren't exactly super high, if it makes sense. But this season felt like, oh yeah, things can actually happen. Even though Tech died in the last season, and that was a big dramatic moment. But in this season, there were moments in here that I'm like, wow, so these guys, you can feel like something can happen to these guys at any moment. Whether that's Wrecker, Hunter, any of them, Omega. They all felt like this could be the last episode we see them in. And, it was just it was just great. My only big negative about this season is that secret clone that was always following them. He didn't get enough to do. He was just there in the background at the end of it, and that was it. We didn't even know who he was. Maybe he was Tech being brain controlled. Who knows? Or somebody else. We just don't know. Kind of wish we got to see more of Rex as well, but what can you do? I get it. It's their show, but you don't need Rex in it. But it would have been nice to see Rex in this show a little bit more than we got to see him. But overall, great job with the show. Gonna miss these characters, but who knows what happens in the future? Maybe we'll get them live action eventually. Anything is possible. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the Bad Batch. Did you guys enjoy the series? Not enjoy? Gave up on first season, second season? Leave me a comment below. Let me know. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much, and have a good day.